Hey you guys, this is Miss TFW Special Things. Alright you guys, I wanted to share with you, I did have plans for a lot of projects this weekend, but it did not work out that way. So I'm going to have to come back and share some of my projects probably next weekend. I know you guys said I said that this weekend. But what I did want to share with you was, okay, the envelopes that I made. I was showing you all how to decorate them, and I started decorating mine. Now, as you notice, what I did here was I took some of Tim Holtz rub-ons, some of his washi tape, and I put it on here. This is the start of my book. I don't know what it's going to end up looking like. And I also, let's see, I didn't get very many pages done, but I started this one, and as you can see, I adhered both of those embossing folder images on here. So this is the start of mine. And then I had some of this black back stuff right here. I think, yeah, this is the smaller one. So I got it from, I don't know. But anyway, I think I got it from Michael's because I have some that's larger than these, and I ordered them from somewhere. But yeah, I started with that right there. As I put this page together, I'll show you, and I was going to try to do it in front of you, but this is the start of the page that I'm actually putting together. So as you can see, what I'm doing is I'm putting embellishments and, you know, a little at a time. I can't do this video page by page because that's not how I decorate. This is another one that I started. I have a cup here that I made out of some little what's the acetate, and I have one here that I did out of chipboard. I put those two embossing folders here, and I put some, what is it, rub-ons on the back of it. Those are the only two pages that I've started so far. I will come back and I will show you what I did to the rest of this book later. Now I did put my somewhat charms on it with this one. I actually made it using Tim Holtz tag press. Yeah, those are easy to make. That's just the paper from his collection that I'm using, and this is one of his paper doll pieces. I just cut the face off and put her in there and use some, I think, clear accents or something in there. And there's another one. This tag press is super easy to use, but yeah, and they had everything on sale at Joann's, so I went ahead. Where's the tag press? The tag press looks like this. I think I paid something like $7 something for it by the time I finished using coupons, and they discounted it, was half price. Yeah, stuff like that. They didn't discount it. I got a discount for the products that I use. And I also started putting his little charms there. So this is the start of my book. What I want, and you could put washi tape anywhere. Sometimes I'll go through, if I'm just sitting there, I'll take my book and a couple of rolls of his washi tape and put it on my pages just like this. So as you decorating, you're layering stuff one on top of the other. By the time you finish, you have a pretty substantial book. I love Tim Holtz. Oh, this is what I wanted to mention. This morning I went to Michael's, and I was going to do a Michael's haul because I only bought a few things. I went for a paper stack. I met one of my subscribers. Hi, Michelle. Oh my gosh, it was just so nice meeting her. I talked to her, and then we started talking about channels, or if we had a channel, and you know, yeah, so she told me she watched a channel a lot. And she told me she watched Miss D's Special Things. I'm like, that would be me. No. I was so happy just to meet one of my subscribers. She did mention that she watched the channel a lot and that they were working on an envelope that I was making. Now, I'm not certain which one she was working on, the envelope mini, but she asked me about, because I'm working on quite a few different envelopes and the minis for them. I showed you all how to put the larger one together, the one that I'm using for Tim Holtz, and then I showed you this one and another one using the CD cases. I am going to go ahead and show you all, because she asked about adhering chipboard to the front and the back to make it heavier. Now you could do that quite a few ways. You could either cut a piece of paper, because this is a little bigger than, this is a little smaller than 4x6. If I did it, it depends on what I'm making. I would cut 2 pieces of 4x6 piece of paper, and I don't, like I said, I'm not exactly sure which way she wants to do it. I would actually take a piece of Tyvek. I don't know if you all know what Tyvek is, but if you receive these, if you ever get these bags like this, and I usually don't use these because they're for postal stuff, but I had this one sitting around, and this is Tyvek. You can get them from, I get mine from from Staples. But when I tell you they cost $25 for a box of, what, 50 I think it is. But they're pretty big. They are pretty big. I forget how large these are. I don't know. But they're bags like this. This is Tyvek. You could barely cut it. So you can't just tear it or anything like that. This is what I use to bind my books whenever I bind them. Because guess what? They actually make your book almost indestructible. You can't tear it, you can't cut it, you can't do anything. If you want to make sure your pages don't come together, you can actually take this and use it to bind your stuff. What I would do is I would cut a piece that is wide enough, at least I'll say a 2-inch square, depending on how wide you want your binding to be, because you do want to cover this. And you just take it, or I think you may be able to buy it smaller packs in like the Dollar Tree. I'm not certain. I've never seen it there. I've never gone there to look for it. So I don't know that they can even make Tyvek envelopes for $1. I don't know, but they may have some that they sell for that price. And if you want to just put a chipboard cover on your book, just take this Tyvek and adhere it to this right here, to your let me do it right here. Adhere it to your chipboard, and then take this and adhere it to this side. Remember this Tyvek. I'm not telling you to go to the post office and get their bags, but this is what Tyvek is, and you pretty much have a book. If you wanted to adhere it to it, what you can do is attach a piece, put it in the middle, do your book. You can actually put your book down just like this, because now you have your book. Just attach it to your book. Yeah, in other words, take tape before. You could do it to this folder, but as you can see, I put cardstock on each one of my pages, so it does make for a really sturdy cover. But if you just want to make a cover, do it like that. Your binding is already, you know, it's good and sturdy. Attach this to your chipboard and you could attach the back to your chipboard, or you can actually just attach the book this way. Take another piece of Tyvek and attach it on this side from the book like this. Let me show you. For example, just put another piece of tape on there and put a piece on here and attach the other part over here, and you have a book cover for, if you want to make a book. And that's because Michelle wanted to know if she could make her cover sturdier. Now, what I would suggest to you, if you have already got it together and you just don't know, I would cut a slit in here, and I would take a piece of this chipboard and just cut it to size and slide it down in this envelope. And instead of leaving this one open, you could take that piece of chipboard and slide it down into that envelope, cover it up, and guess what? You got a great sturdy book. Yeah, but that's how you could make your covers sturdier if you want them hard bound. Yeah, if you want them hard bound, remember your tie back goes a long way. It will keep your pages from coming apart. You can use them in between your individual pages so that your book wouldn't come apart like here. You know, instead of using this, I use just regular chipboard, but if you want it to be real sturdy, just cut up strips. You could cut 1.5 inch strips, put it in between there. You're going to cover this with paper anyway, so that would make for a very strong binding and it will not come apart. Okay, all right, so I hope that helps you out, Michelle. It was really nice meeting you today. I enjoyed that. We actually had a conversation for a good 30 minutes. If her son wasn't with her, we would probably still be sitting there talking now. But anyway, I don't have a video for you all other than my Tim Holtz book that I'm working on. And yeah, look at your papers. Cut out, you know, stuff from your paper if you don't know where to go. What I do when I'm doing my Tim Holtz, I think I lost a little sparkle on my little thing here. Yes, it came off, but I can put it back on. Yeah, what you can do is, and this is what I do for Tim Holtz. And I don't know if you have all of his books, but yeah, I keep these close by. These are Tim Holtz books, all of his collections, and it has every one of his techniques in here. As I explained to you, I think if you learn Tim Holtz techniques and you want to do, it takes you a long way, because then you could do anything, anytime, anywhere. And that's with a lot of the techniques out there. If you learn a lot of the techniques, you can almost put something together using 4 or 5 different techniques and ending up having something fabulous. Yes, great. But I always keep, when I do his products, when I use his products, I'm making something of his, I keep his books nearby so that I could just browse through them, decide which techniques I'm going to use, and go from there. All right, everyone. As I do this book, like I promised, I'll come back and I'll show you what I do with the book. And I'm sorry I didn't have a chance to play today because I wanted to get these 2 pages that I started. I really wanted to get them going and I didn't get a chance to. But that's all that I've done so far. And I guess when I come back, I'll have some completed pages for you. Yeah, but I'm going to work on this book. It takes a while because this has a lot of pages in it. So it'll take me a minute. I'm interested in using a bunch of his embossing folders and a whole bunch of his dies that I have not used. I've never used his some of his dies, like I think I showed you all this. I want to use this, and I haven't used my little mini birds, and I think I got 2 sets of those. I don't understand why I got 2 of them. I could take the embossing folder out of this, and I don't use the dies a whole lot anyway, but I'll hold on to the dies because one day I may use them. But yeah, I think I could actually send this stamp set. Let me see. Oh, guess what, you guys? There are 3 different birds in here. Let's see. That's the same. And this, two of them are the same and one is different. So I'll have to keep him. Yeah, I'll probably end up keeping both of these because they are different. I thought they were the same, but they are not. They're different. Okay, so yeah, I haven't used those at all, as you can see, because I don't even know what I have. But I really want to use this, guys, that it is cute. It's totally different, yeah. But anyway, that is how you would actually make your little envelope minis, hardbound if you want. I told you, mention a couple of the ideas, so either you could bound it around it, or you could take these chipboards, cut them, and before you attach this, put the chipboard inside the package and seal it, and then there you have, you don't even have to seal it, you can still use it as a pocket, but you'll have the piece of chipboard in it. If you wanted to make a cover and you've already made it, make a cover like this, use the Tyvek, and then attach it to your book, boom, and then decorate your book, and you're good. Okay, all right, I hope that helps. I am going to end this video. I hope you all had a great weekend. I gotta work tomorrow, so yeah. I will talk to you guys later, and I hope you all have a great weekend. I hope you have a great rest of your week. Thank you again, Michelle. Tell your mom hi. Yeah, and I'll talk to you all later. All right, bye. Thanks for watching.